DBS Live. Now tonight we throw a spotlight on cryptocurrency, what it is, the stories behind cryptocurrencies, the different dynamics, the types, rather than Bitcoin that is most popular, and we shall also discuss why government has not yet endorsed it. Furthermore, we have someone who is actually going to be live talking to us. They are a subscriber of cryptocurrency and it has worked for them. They are going to give us first-hand information and a testimony about this cryptocurrency. Now, when we come back after the break, it's me, yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame, on set with fellow journalist, researcher, and lawyer, Ashaba Hajara. Now, remember, it's the Hub channel, Business and Lifestyle, where we talk about business, now, there are several cryptocurrencies, the most popular being the Bitcoin. Ashaba Hajara, welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you.
You know, there's this dilemma that has actually been with most of Ugandans with the introduction of a lot of cryptocurrencies. There's so many coins, 1 coin, 2 coins, 7 coins, Bitcoin being the most popular. But let's just dig deep into it. From my layman's understanding, cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin is where you have money, but you can't touch it, but it's digital, but it's online. But what is cryptocurrency from a professional?
For clarity, I'm not professional in Bitcoin, but
you're a professional researcher.
To those that are viewing us, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for being with us. Cryptocurrency is really a digital sort of currency. Yeah. You know, normally we look at money as a medium of exchange. So this cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange that is rather digital. It works online. People use it to pay goods and services online. Yeah. There are countries where it is legal, like India. You can change it. You can have a transaction that changes cryptocurrency into money. But
you know, before you even go forward, on the screen right now are coins. But no one has ever touched those coins, you know. It perplexes my mind, and it's hard to understand how I can just look at them like they are right there and I can never touch them. We as Africans, I don't know about the whites, but you feel satisfaction. Gokuto mugati go, notambula na go nogende waka.
No, but you see, I would look at cryptocurrencies, and before we even go any further, most people, when you say cryptocurrency, they are going to think of Bitcoin. Or if you say Bitcoin, they're going to think of cryptocurrency, and they think it's the same thing. But it's really different, as we are going to dive deeper into them later in the show. But you see, it's just like how if you think of cryptocurrency, it's the same thought that should occur to you when you think of CIF, to those that are involved in exports and imports. You are trading, but in documents. When you get documents, it is proof of the transaction being effective. Right. Yes. So the world has become a global village. You don't really have to touch money for it to be money. You're trying to be goods. There is a medium of exchange that you can use to do that, and it's cryptocurrency in this case. How about you go ahead and do it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hajar is trying to sell to us that cryptocurrency actually works. Whether I'm sold or not, that's a story for another day. But the types, you said that there are a lot other than Bitcoin. Yeah. I personally thought Bitcoin and then 1 coin, 2 coin, 7. What are the different types?
I'm going to cover just a few. There is, when we talk of cryptocurrency, right, the first one to appear was Bitcoin, 2008, yeah. So it gets on the market in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. They have not been able to, it's like the Panama documents and whatnot. Right. Yeah, they have not been able to establish if it was invented by a person or a group of persons. But the Nakamoto name they use, that is associated with Japan. So Bitcoin is one of them. Then there is Ethereum, When the Ministry of Finance was trying to encourage Ugandans not to take part in the Bitcoin trade, they used two examples. For them, they were referring to Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum is the second most popular.
Yeah.
Then you have Dogecoin. That was it was what's this word? Elon Musk,
Yeah.
the CEO of Tesla, has bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Dogecoin. Then we have Litecoin. It was started by Charlie Lee. He's a former employee of Google. Yeah. So we have Cardano. It was started by mathematicians and engineers. So we have several of these, more than 300.
So who validates these coins to pass as cryptocurrency? Is it World Bank, IMF? What validates them?
You know, the beauty, I'm going to call it a beauty, depending on how one is looking at it, but the beauty of Bitcoin is that it does not have to be passed, it does not have to be regulated, it does not have to go through the things that money, our usual money notes and coins have to go through for approval. It is on the market, it has been approved by those that have dealt in Bitcoin before, that it is authentic.
Because when you're trying to purchase something online on a website, they give you options, credit card, blah, 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 and then they put Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then it has been approved.
Yeah.
Who approves it?
Just like I said, because it is impossible to regulate it, it does not have a central body that says that now this can go and this cannot go. However, we have had countries that come forth to legalize the trade. So if, say, the government of India says that cryptocurrency, trading in cryptocurrency is allowed here, then you have that, the government of India diving into it, doing what they can do, because managing Bitcoin is like managing the internet. You see how, like, the government of Uganda said that you cannot use Facebook, but Ugandans are very busy using Facebook, and there is nothing the government can do about it. Yeah. So where government accepts that cryptocurrency is legal, they can come in and regulate which coins can be used and which cannot be used. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin has its risks that come from the fact that it does not have a central regulator.
Exactly, it's decentralized. So speaking from a layman's perspective, in terms of government, because a layman would really respect what government has endorsed and what government has not. Is it that the government of Uganda is not yet up to speed in terms of digital, that's why they did not endorse it, or are the risks really deadly that they are protecting their citizens? What would you think?
Well, I would say that our government has a habit of lagging behind in things. Yesterday, I was fuming at the fact that we don't have a National Health Insurance Planning Authority. That notwithstanding, if you look at the risks, if you look at the document that was issued by the Ministry of Finance in 2019, they were talking about how, since it is decentralized, since it's impossible to regulate, people risk losing their money. And since government has no control over it, people do not have the consumer protection that they get with other trades. And Bitcoin, rather cryptocurrency, just like any other trade, has its issues. And considering its level of the freelancing that comes with it, governments are correct to be afraid of Bitcoin, rather cryptocurrency. I would assume that ours, despite everything else, is scared of having cryptocurrency work here. But if you were to look at it in good faith, then the government would be right to worry about this kind of trade.
So does government have people who are paid taxpayers' money just to do research and validate such things, technocrats in terms of digital, who will say, okay, this can pass, since India passed it, India yakozesa ABCD to verify this to pass. Doesn't Uganda have such people who see, they're like, what we're doing, we're using you as a source of information because you research. So do we have people who are paying taxpayers' money, in your opinion, to advise government? Because we might be missing out because government is afraid and did not research.
But you see, Uganda did not, they did not make it illegal. They warned Ugandans against trading in Bitcoin because they are Ugandans that are involved in the trade. They warned, they said, be careful, watch out, but they did not make it an illegal trade. Said that someone has been taken to court because they were caught dealing in cryptocurrency. No, they did not. And yes, we do have people that are charged with such responsibilities that are placed under the respective ministries.
Okay, whether they are doing a good job or not, only the public knows. Otherwise, ngatetunaba kufuna Mwami Mwanga, who is in his office, or advising which Bitcoin. Omuna Uganda aliye yakulaba, what cryptocurrency should they invest in? Would it be Bitcoin? The ones you've told us, which one would you advise from your research?
You know, I don't want the public to think that I am being a cryptocurrency advocate, but I'm a terrible risk taker. I'm personally a terrible risk taker. But to those that are willing to take risks, Bitcoin may be the future of currency. Yeah, and the more the world gravitates towards dealing with each other, the distances that are involved notwithstanding, we may have to deal with Bitcoin now or very soon. And I would say that it is safer to involve yourself with Bitcoin because it's the most popular. And when you look at what the researchers have put up, they even look at the projections of how it's going to be in 2030, 2035. So they see a future with it. And because it is the most popular, then you have plenty of areas to use to trade with it.
Nata, why is it then becoming extremely risky? Why is it a risk? I mean, if I say, for instance, today ntunze nyanya zange omuntu nampa sente, there's no risk in me having 50,000 shillings, right?
Yeah.
But now crossing to Bitcoin, ekisinga okutiisa abantu nti siri sure enkya bweyiika. You know, that kind of uncertainty, how do we address it, Hajara?
But you see, the same reason why we would have questions like that is the same reason why our stock market in Uganda sucks. Because, because Ugandans don't want to deal with something that has rather unstable prices.
Yeah.
And yet we're the same people that deal with the dollar and the shilling, and it's always on a appreciation curve. So to those that have money and are willing to invest in cryptocurrency, I would say go ahead and do it. Because there are several things that have always come on board, and we keep saying that we cannot do this because I'm not sure of what will happen to my money. It's the same thing with stocks. MTN has 20% of their shares on the market right now, but people are not exactly participating because what if I buy with my phone? How am I going to get the assurance that I'm going to get my money back? How much am I getting back?
You get it. Actually, you make an important point when you bring in MTN putting 20% of its shares public.
Yeah.
MTN is a trusted brand. Me and you know that. Yeah. And as far as I'm knowledgeable, they are money makers.
Yeah.
So wouldn't Ugandans be rushing to such an opportunity? There is a dilemma for me if up to now there's still shares on when they made that public last week, and up to now there's still slots. If it was in the US with MTN's history, do you think we would still be having slots right now?
Yeah, it's possible because Americans are conspiracy theory people. But I think Ugandans, we have this track record. Think of the reason why we condemn Museveni, but then the polls come and we go and we vote for him. Ugandans are not very trusting people. That is the general problem, that we are not really trusting. If something is new, we do not know how to deal with it. So instead of admitting that we don't know much about it, we shun it instead. So the resistance that you're seeing that MTN shares are still on the market, it's not because MTN won't make profits, or it's because it's not predictable. The stocks may go, the value may low itself, or it may appreciate and people make money. And then you're going to see people regretting. But because Ugandans are naturally not very trusting people, what we are using to paper cash, we want to deal with that. Now you tell me Bitcoin, how does that work? What kind of money has to be online now, then mining now? things we do not understand, we don't deal with them.
So our ignorance then would make us lose money.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go for a short break. When we come back, twogere ne mwami Muwanga ali on set mu office ye. Jukira nti ye yagula Bitcoin, yamutandika, amumazemu ebbanga, agenda tubulira yatandika na sente meka, agikoze atya, kikyafunyemu mu Bitcoin. Na lwaki advising abana Uganda beyunge mu Bitcoin. Mujukire nti tukyali ku business and lifestyle wano ku Hub channel DBS Live. We take a break and we get back. Ochali ku Hub channel ku DBS wano emunyonyo ku Salama Road. Now we are at the .net Broadcasting Studio. Wano ku studio we do a lot to content creation, live streaming, TV shows, outdoor broadcast, name it, we have everything for you. Now for Nana Cakes, we are still here actually for your pastries, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, name it. Nana Cakes has you sorted. Now we are still here throwing a spotlight on cryptocurrency. Hajar just told us that Bitcoin is the most popular and it's the one you would advise. Yeah. But are you excited? Mwami Muwanga is going to come and tell us he's put his money there and he has gotten it back.
Yeah.
What do you think about a person like that?
Hopefully he has gotten it back. You know, normally people risk and lose money. But then people risk and they make a lot of money. You've heard of the Satori and MTN, and around the time came it was
Simba Group,
and people are scared of investing, and those that decided to invest millionaires, billionaires.
Do it big or go home.
Yeah. So with things that involve money, you're at risk of two things. Okay. One positive, one negative. You're either going to make it big or you're going to lose. We were looking earlier at one Bitcoin equaling 196 million Uganda shillings. Right. So if someone can make money out of it, then bachikubi.
Right. Hajara is a skeptic ono ye eva abana side bid ye chusa linga kamillion. Neka kati producer bwaba sobolo kumpa mwami Muwanga tuogere mukona ye ono ye ya investing mu Bitcoin. Era kati akozemu amagoba mangi jagala jatubulire kitufu bikola oba bya kifere. Producer mpa mwami Muwanga. Mwami Muwanga nesimye okulabako ssebo.
Nange ssebo nesimye okuwuliza n'okulaba ssebo.
Tuli wano ku DBS ku Hub channel nga program bagiyita business and lifestyle wano ku Hub Salama Road Munyonyo twesimye okwogerako naawe awo mu office yo mwotudde ssebo.
Sanyuse nnyo okubawuliza kino okubalaba.
Yes, sir.
Kakati nnyo okulaba. Mwogera ku kintu kyempulira nti kyetaaga nnyo. Era neesimye okukyala mu pulani ye n'okumanya kwe kwalina ku nsonga ya crypto era n'ebirowoozo bye. So neesimye nnyo okulaba nti tugenda kuwagana.
Njagadde tugende mu maaso obulira Omunnayuganda ali kulaba. Watandika na sente meka, gwali mwaka ki, watandika otya, wenjagala awo tutandikire.
Neesimye nnyo okumukomesa buno. Njagala okusooka okulamusa ku batuwuliriza abalaba Hub channel. Sanyuse nnyo okubalaba n'okubawuliza yonna gye muli mwebala emirimu ate n'abakyali abalamu kuliko obulwadde bwa COVID ate era n'okwekuuma okwogera okukwata SOPs nga gavumenti bwetukubiriza era ngamba nti baase n'amaanyi abakyaliwo nga tuli balamu tusobole okugenda mu maaso abamu naffe abalowooza nti tugenda kugondera obulamu mu maaso awo okusinziira ku cryptocurrency ne blockchain technologia byatuleetedde.
Awo otandikira awo otandika mwaka ki otandika na ssente meka kitandika kitya?
Neesibe nnyo okubuuza ekibuuzo ekyo kirungi naye olwanga endabanga ennyo mu maaso kubanga cryptocurrency wekulidde ku bigambo bye mumwogerako kumanya kwammwe kiyetaaga nnyo okumanya kiki ekyaleeta cryptocurrency okubaawo lwaki yajja
tutandike mu mwami mwangu obudde tulinako butono nnyo ku mpewo so tuyite mangu
okuyingira cryptocurrency mu mwaka gwa 2017 nemanyisibwako kigambo kya cryptocurrency era netegereza nemuyingiramu nemuteekamu kasente era okuva olwo nayongera kumunoonyerezaako okumanyira ddala wentadde sente zange watuufu n'olwaleero kyatambula natandika na coin emu naye kaakati ntadde investment mu coin ezisukira ddala n'ekkumi kubanga coins oba crypto okusinganga ne bwetumulowooza abasinga obungi bamanyi bitcoin naye ate waliyo coin endala ennyingi nnyo nga bamanyiiko nga bwe nzirabye muzitadde wano ku layini bitcoin ethereum ripple litecoin cardano n'endala eziri awo kumpi naye oba ogenze ku coin cap oba coin market cap basooka ne bakuwa ekikumi ekirala ne bakuwa ekikumi ne rankings nga bwe zidirira olukumi ne lugwa wali n'okwata olukumi olwokubiri olwokusatu olwokumi olwokutaano ezo zonna coin zikuyetiniddwawo olw'okuba nti eyo gye tulaga sigyeraze olwedde twatuuseeyo dda.
Mwami ogambye watandika na coin emu. Coin emu eyo wagigula ssente mmeka mu ssente ezaffe omuguzi atategeera?
Coin emu eyo okusooka nze nagula package. Wennaga coin eyo yali ebalirirwamu eza Uganda emu zaalinga siringi 7 naye ezo zibalirirwamu yo naye ng'ate bw'oba okugula package emiliyoni 2 zampanga coin mutwalo kasitoweza emiliyoni 2 bakuwa omutwalo gwa coin okufuna n'omulimu package era
so slowly get down emiliyoni 2 ofuna coins omutwalo mulamba nze ne hajjala wano twagala okutegeera coins ezo ani azirina ani azitunda ye bw'ozigula okwata ekikapu kye ekya coin n'ogenda nakyo soko tubuulire awo ani akuwa assurance eyo ng'omaze okugula nti bibino twaleka
mu lulimi olwangu tukiyita coin nga kiseera kino wetugenda zandibadde tokens tufuniramu tokens then token ezo zijja za appreciatinga in value ne zifuuka ecoin so emabega gye twagulira mu tokens naye mu kiseera bwe kijja kitambula ejjako zeros kubanga coin emu okugeza nga bitcoin gye musinga okumanya yatandikira mu 2009 yali ezitowa 0.01 katugambe nti 10 cents eza USA.
Mwami mwanga kati ani akuguza mwennyini ani akuguza coin eyo wane Uganda?
Ekibuuzo ekyo kindeese tuva kaakati kwanya ozigula wa ekyo kintwala kaakati ku blockchain technology kubanga oyo ye mother wa concept dala kino waliwo kye bayita decentralized data nti kaakati tugenda okubeera nga tugula tewaliwo entity nga wonogamba nigenze mu Bank of Uganda nfuje ssente naye decentralized data ono oba gwe tuyise DeFi yakuguza nti tewaliwo omuntu ali mabega wa kawugenda n'okugula wabula ogula ku
mwami Muwanga Abanayuganda batiddemu hata kikyoyogera ku ekyo nti tewali muntu nti agenda na kivubo bakuguze obeera bwezi ku internet okwo mwami Muwanga hata kakubulira ekyalowooza ku nsonga eyo.
No, but Shadrach, I'm trying to understand him because I think this is the future of trading. Nti tugenda kutuusa ekiseera nga ne bwe zibeera ssente era olina okubeera ku mukutu gwa internet nga kwokolera ebintu naye where the fix comes in fact gwe ogenze kugula this one buying kati ye bwagula katugeze nti aguze atundawa atunda atya where do they find the market?
Exactly. Nange kyembuza mwami Muwanga mwami Muwanga offices ziriwa omuntu atambula wa n'alagenda kubanga ffe tukyali baddugavu tojja kumbulira blockchain technology nze njagala ombuulire nti ngende oba Namave oba ngende ku Namaganda room number 20 nti muna ebintu biba biganye mwami Muwanga awo watuula wenzija okukimezanga.
Era kakati awo obuzibu we buli era abasinga we tugenda okumisingira out kyabanga ekyo kye tumanyi ye tunawe gye tubadde tukolamu ebintu tugenda ku katale Nakasero n'ogula ennyaanya naye era n'obwogulako omumanyi kyegundi kakati tekinologi kyatuleetedde kwegaawo n'atutwala trustinga tekinologi nga trustinga abantu kitwalise central entity nti waliwo omanya nti oyagala ssente ogenda mu Bank of Uganda omanya nti oyagala nnyaanya ogenda Nakasero kakati tekinologi awo wakati awo n'aleetawo ate more trust nsobola okwesiga ezo tekinologi ate okusinga bantu bannaffe awo wetulaze era wenkyogera nti nsobola okugula bitcoin omuntu yenna atubakana naye oteekwa kugendamu physically n'okigezesa
naye mwami Muwanga olaba ne tekinologi niyo kamusalemu ekirimi katono nti ne tekinologi ono wabaawo abamuli emabega kakati cryptocurrency kale katugambe mu nsi yonna eno tekinologi gwe twogerako blockchain bo baliwa mu nsi yonna baliwa office ziriwa tugambe ziri Bulaaya ziriwa kubanga kiba mu bbanga bwe kityo.
Ekifu kyayo byonna puroguramu eno tukitandise nga tuli mu maaso ekyangu kya byonna eyayiiya cryptocurrency ayitibwa Satoshi Nakamoto naye mu kuyiiya mu kiseera kino ali anonymous teri amumanyi kitumanyi oba mu bantu bangi oba muntu gumu wabula ekyakola kwe kuwandiika white paper n'agipresenting eri abantu ng'amaze n'okubawa codes ezigenda okumayininga coins zino zimayininga bumayiningibwa biba bibalo ebikolebwa mu mathematics oba kituyandikise mathematical algorithm ne bakuliyetinga coin nga bajja ku codes Satoshi Nakamoto ze yawa abantu abo kuva mu 2009 kaakati iyo okukolerawo abalina coin ezo bebazisaasanya mu nsi yonna era abalina ebibalo ebitannaba kubalibwa bebo bawulira nti bali mu mining kyoli wa kodi zezo nga yazifuna ne mu kiseera kino bakyakola mu mining ate abo be basaasanya coin ezo okuva ku
kale kakati mwami Muwanga
buli omwamu
mwami Muwanga kati nga ggwe eyabeesiga n'okeera enkya nowesiga Nakamoto Satoshi oyo gali ku screen saawa zino talabibwangako takola ki gwe wagenda mu maaso n'omwesiga n'ogula kati ofunye bw'otuuka ekiseera ng'ogamba nti saa zino olimu coins over 10 ng'oyagala kuggyayo ssente z'obiveemu osobola ozijjayo?
Sorry Jayo. Sebo sobola okujjayo Bitcoin oba coin yonna kasitebera ku coin ka. Kasitogera ku coin ka exchanges weziri katukola mu Uganda tukozesa exchange eyitibwa Binance. Binance yekola mu Africa wonna. Bwe ngenda ku Binance ate yayingira dda ku system ne connectinga ne mobile money episi Airtel oba MTN. Exchange nenzisindika ku Airtel oba ku MTN oba nenzisindika mu any banks eziri mu Uganda zonna zikolagana nayo butereevu. Zisindika mu account yange mu banka yonna eri mu Uganda.
Nga tetunamaliriza nga tetunamaliza mwami Muwanga olowooza oba magezi kigo wandiwadde gavumenti kubanga gavumenti yavaayo mu ministry yayo ebyensimbi ne planning negamba nti Abannayuganda nga Muwanga mugende eyo naye mugende eyo ku lwammwe bwe baba fera byammwe kikyo yolowooza ku kintu ekyo?
Ekyo kituufu nnyo okusinziira ku bbanga lye mmaze mu nsi muno. Gavumenti tetandika mirimu. Emirimu gyonna even mobile money ono gwe mulaba gavumenti teyasooka kumuyingiramu. Yatandikwa muntu era abamanyi history of mobile money kirowooza omuvubuka eyamutandika yaliwe Makerere n'aguza Safaricom e Kenya ate ffe ne tumukoppa okuva e Kenya n'akomawo wano naye ate yali munnayuganda eyamutandika. So bwe yasooka okuapproachinga abantu bonna abaa wano bamugoba ate n'agenda mu Safaricom ne bakola M-Pesa ate MTN ya Uganda tolu n'ekiraba naye nga kyasooka kugobebwako. So gavumenti tetandika mirimu era bwe tuba twagala okufunamu ennyo tuyina kuyingira mu cryptocurrency nga gavumenti tennaleeta regulations zaayo. Oba bw'ereeta regulation kiba kitegeeza nti ekendeeza amagoba bwe wandibadde ogenda okumufunako. Era bw'oba oyagala okukimanya obulungi oyinza okubuuza omwami yatandika ayitibwa Jackma. Yakugamba nti kasagavumenti ejja vaawo bizinesi eba eweddewo oba ye awo avaawo bizinesi eba eweddewo. Era kati abalinda regulation tebasobola kufuna magoba zigijjiza kubanga Bitcoin. Kuba Bitcoin tebannagifunira ku 0.1 kati agifuna kaakati agifunira ku miliyoni 2. awo wennyini awo ku miliyoni 2 awo mwami Muwanga awo wennyini njagala mpumulemuko katono nkomewo abatulaba tubongereyo ne katugende mu short break. Yes,
tukomewo tukyali ku Hub Channel wano ku DBS Munyonyo ku Salama Road ku .net Hub temuvaawo tukomewo. Hi, my name is Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. I know you may or may not even know me. However, that is not important. The important part is allow me introduce or even bring to you what could actually turn out to be your business kickstarter or even business lifesaver. You see, in our day-to-day endeavors to make that extra dollar, for some, that only dollar, the biggest barricade, the biggest frustration, and even the biggest hindrance turns out to be the knowledge gap, the business gap. Provided the outcome is income, your dream is valid. We will be coming to you live with business exclusives, business nuggets, and business insights. Above all, business interviews from your international top business moguls. Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news for you. The Hub Channel by DBS. weewaawo nno twesimye nnyo kubanga okyekuumidde ku Hub Channel. We are live here at the .NET Broadcaster Studios in Munyonyo, Salama Road. Now don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell in case we put up something. You will be the first to know. Now we are here with Hajara Ashaba, your researcher, lawyer. The gentleman just said, one, there is no office in Uganda. Two, government does not involve itself in business and then digital-oriented things because they do not offer jobs.
That's not true.
But he just said it. Government distanced itself from mobile money. The Ugandan gentleman ferried it to Safaricom. Now government adopts it, and MTN they adopt after it has been flown over. So maybe just to throw more light, what do you think about his submission in regards to government?
Well, to be fair, we have had the president not on once, twice, encouraging involvement of IT. Mm-hmm. He says that we must venture into dealing with services to cater for the growing unemployment. Mm-hmm. So I think that saying that government is not, does not, because he made it sound like at all like government is against. But you see,
maybe he's politicking.
He may be, or he has to defend cryptocurrency. To defend cryptocurrency, you have to stand against government. Because for all intents and purposes, if a government is opposing cryptocurrency, it's not coming from a bad place. Cryptocurrency can be used to circumvent capital and whatever follows thereafter. It is not regulated.
Right.
Yeah, it can be used. Yes, it can be used in the black market. It can be used to deal with illegal activities like money laundering. You've had the case of Nicholas Opio. It's the most recent example. They deposited money, a hefty amount of money on his account, and the financial investigative whatever. It monitors accounts. So Bitcoin is impossible. Cryptocurrency is impossible to have such monitoring with them. So if they want to deal in criminal activities, I wanted to ask him that how does government get to tax people like him?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because
and we're bringing him back, and above all, they have no office, Hajara.
Exactly. That is why the finance ministry said that please, if you want to get involved, it's okay. But these people do not have a central governing authority. So you do not have somewhere to run to in case you're dealing with a fraud. And then we as government, because this comes from out there and we cannot regulate it, there are no offices where you can, not in Silicon Valley, not in Japan where it came from, not in India. There are no such offices. So for us, when you partake in this, the consumer protection does not extend to you.
Right.
Yeah, so government is trying to protect citizens by issuing such a warning. It's not coming from bad faith.
Right. So Hajara, at this moment, I want my producer to give me Mwami Muwanga. Omubuze chibuze cho direct.
Yeah.
Go mwenyine cha taxation. If they can give me Mwami Muwanga on the screen. Mwami Muwanga, omukyalo naine ekibuzo kyayagala okubuuza mu bumpimpi. Hajara.
Mwami Muwanga, at the end of it all, tulina services wano. Enguudo zirina okukolebwa, amasomero n'amalwaliro galina okuzimbibwa, eddagala lirina okugulibwa. And government bases on taxes to do all that. Kakati sebo nze njagala otunnyonnyole ffe ng'Abannayuganda, government eba eyagala omusolo mumu aba cryptocurrency egufuna etya.
Mwami Muwanga alabika takuwulidde mudde
gwe nkuwulira naye yakuseemuko.
Kale ekibuzo kyabadde buuza mu bumpimpi nti wano e Uganda gavumenti okukola enguudo, amalwaliro, amasomero ekozesa misolo. Naye kati cryptocurrency tebagiggyako musolo. Tuba tugenda kukola tutya?
Ekyo weebale nnyo ekibuuzo ky'obuuzizza. Cryptocurrency mu kiseera kino tannatuuka kuwa misolo. Funye bulungi.
Tannatuuka kuwa misolo.
Government ya Uganda tannatuuka kumuggyako misolo. Era nga bw'alaba mobile money bwe kyali bwe baateekako emisolo juice ndowooza n'okwekalakaasa kwaliwo. Obeera bwe mwalaba ebya betting, sports betting.
Hajja alina kyakuwakanyamuko katono sooka omuwulirizemu.
Omanyi olinga ayogera nti bwe tutandika businesses mu Uganda tulina okulinda emyezi ng'esatu oba mukaaga tutandika okusasula kyotegeeza teeka ki erigamba nti bitcoin kati mu cryptocurrency temunatuusa kusasula musolo.
Mwami Mwanga
sikufunye bulungi.
Kyabadde abuuza nti teeka ki wano mu Uganda erigamba nti olina okukola emyezi bwe giti ne bwe giti olyoka otandika okukola omusolo kubanga bizinesi zonna bazijjako omusolo immediately. Mwe lwaki mulina kusooka kwerowooza mugambe aha kati tutuuse katuweeyo omusolo? Kyagezaako obuuza.
Yes sir, nkuwulidde bulungi. Kati ffe nga business people si ffe tusalirawo gavumenti yesolooza ddi omusolo. Era okirabye Amerika yabadde ayagala kuregulatinga eteekawo amateeka kubanga okusolooza ekintu kirina okuba nga kimaze okukolerwa amateeka nga bamaze okuteekawo amateeka. Gavumenti evaayo kulongoosa kisaawe okuyamba abayinza okubbibwa, okuyamba abasobola okukifunamu ate naye ekifunemu. Esooka kwetegereza kubanga n'olukiiko olwa Senate 2 weeks ago lwa Amerika lwabadde lusenga lwagala kuregulatinga. Gavana wa Texas yavuddeyo n'agamba nti mu lukiiko muno olwa Senate temulimbwa memba 5 basobola kunnyonnyola blockchain technology na cryptocurrency. Nsonga era bayimiriza ne bagamba nti tuteekwa okuwawo olumu okusooka ffe okutegeera ekintu kino then tulyoke tukikolera amateeka. Era ndowooza mujjukira bwe nga bannamawulire emabegako Oweekitiibwa Kasajja naye yavaayo okwo era ne bawokubaganya ku nsonga eyo ne bagamba naye nga ye yeeraliikirira nti revenue ekoze etya okufuna emisolo ne gavana wa Bank of Uganda gamba naye tetunnaba kutuuka kukola ki kutegeera kintu kino nga nabo
mwami wange obudde bwaffe bubadde bugenderedde naye ebigambo bye bisembayo eri Abannayuganda njagala obabuulire kino ekintu kifuna kyerufu lwaki balina okukiyingira.
Neyanziza nnyo Bannayuganda bannange manyi nti mu Bannayuganda tuli obukadde nga 42 naye emiryango 5 gimaze okutegeera bulungi ensonga eno. Naye bannange bakubiriza timutwale obudde okuda cryptocurrency okutakimanya musanvu kati emyaka nkutte 40 nga neetegereza ensonga eno nga sijjetegereza wano wokka mu Uganda naye ne mu nsi zonna eza Africa n'ez'amawanga. Omuntu yenna ekiremesezza abantu bawano okufuna mu kintu kino kwe kulowooza nti gavumenti yeteekwa okusooka okubalagira ekyokukola. Naye gavumenti buli mulimu gwonna otandika kukoti gwagika iyo ejja luvannyuma negamba nti ojja tuwa license era wano ojja tuwa neterawo emisolo. Kati bw'oba nga gy'olinda okulaba nti ofunamu walinda naye gwayagala okumanya nti osobola okuyingira mu kintu nga tekinaba nga kikyali wansi tandikira wano omanye cryptocurrency. Era cryptocurrency njagala obategeeza bw'ona ogendewo omuntu yenna alinga nze mu Bwanga n'agamba nti tuguza cryptocurrency ojja kuba obbiddwa kuba cryptocurrency nze okuga isimu bw'ogigula era negenda ku akawunti yo kyekukuyamba.
Kale mwami Mwanga tweyanziza nnyo tweyanzege era ndowooza producer waffe Wahab channel wa business and lifestyle ndowooza ajja kutuwaayo obudde olunaku olulala tukole part 2 eya spotlight ku cryptocurrency.
Era njagala okusabayo akadde
producer
njagala okusabayo akadde tuddeko emabega muri cryptocurrency gye yatandikira naye tumutandikidde wakati tosobola kufuna kibisi kye
anti omanyi omuntu owa bulijjo anti omanyi omuntu obulijjo tuba twagala n'ategeera abannayuganda baagala nnyo nfuniramuwa risks ezirimu ngenda wanga nzibiddwa so twagadde tutandike n'ebintu ebyo naye producer affe bwali bwatuwa akadde maybe obudde obuddako tujja kukola part 2 tweyanza nnyo okwogerako naffe weebale nnyo okusomesa gwanga mwami wanga. Right, Hajara, as we wrap up this discussion, this man is extremely confident. You see, his research goes as far as the US, what the governors are doing, and he seems to be way overboard. What do you think he's done? There are more millions like him.
Well, people have got to make money, however way they make it.
Yeah.
But on his very last point, what we were discussing, the Iowa government never really supports new inventions this.
Yeah.
The government has one chief responsibility, which is protecting its citizens and their property.
Yeah.
And for the first time today, I'm pro-government. I think that it's coming from a good place. So to those that have money that they can lose, I would not recommend that someone gets the money that they think of investing in something that is rather more relatable on a Ugandan level, but they take a Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, which may be a loss because you know how these things work. They spiral
keep dwindling,
up and down.
Dwindling,
there is recently when Elon Musk endorsed was it Dogecoin?
Dogecoin,
and then there was an uproar in the market. So if you get money that you can lose, you get money that you're willing to lose and you invest in Bitcoin. If you're interested, if the information of Mr. Mwanga has been helpful, and you invest in cryptocurrency, whichever type you pick. But I would say that do not ignore what the government is saying, because every government has expressed that, so you rather get money that you can lose, or if you know that if you lose your millions, you're not going to get thrown out of whichever house you're staying in or job, or you got a loan for it, it's okay, you can go and invest in Bitcoin. If you get the money, Uganda will be happy. I hope they will have found a way of taxing the money then.
Even at the end of the discussion, we are still 50-50. We do not know where. Even with the submission, thanks to Mr. Mwanga, we still do not know because government actually came and they have no place in this. So we are still 50-50. But that's the discussion for business and lifestyle for this week's episode. Thank you very much for being a lovely audience. Now, good luck until next week. Of course, your same culprits, me and Hajara, will be here on Business and Lifestyle. Now, do not go away. The Hub channel is still here with more programs coming, and we're still at DBS, the .NET Broadcaster Studios, and we're actually still here for content creation, TV shows, live stream, outdoor broadcasts, name it. Also, not forgetting the Nana Cakes Bachariwo here at the .NET Hub. Now, good luck. Until next time. Bye.